Indian girl from Huyo. Wow, these are awesome. Please, I want you to celebrate yourself. You have a lot of family from Haba. Kindly celebrate yourself. Out of the few, as Abella stated, that out of the few that wanted to be part of this, you were selected. Out of the lot of people that wanted to be part, you were selected. Good. So, to start with, I want to. This is the agenda and the welcome address which I've done. Yes, congratulations. That's what we are going to be congratulating everyone on this call, those who partook in the assessment and those who were part of the first stage that made it to this stage is not an easy one. Out of about 1,400 participants, if you have you made it to this stage. Please, I want you to celebrate yourself. Those on site, I want you to give yourself a round of applause for making it to this level. So please, a round of applause from those on site and your favorite fire emoji to celebrate yourself, those online. So thank you very much. So this part of the site from the last beginner class, you can see, I'm sure those that are still here can identify themselves in this picture. Now, I'll be introducing DSN to you. I'm sure some of us are familiar with DSN, but we need to introduce ourselves so that you can know what we are doing and why we are doing what we are doing. So at DSN, we are committed to raise a million AI talent and build AI solutions that improve the quality of life and well-being of the 2 billion people in the emerging market. We want to raise a million AI talent and build AI solutions that improve the quality of life and well-being of 2 billion people in the emerging market. Now, how do we do this? How do we achieve raising a million AI talent? So we have different modules, different way of achieving, and we're going to be introducing you to those activities, those roadmaps, those things that we are doing to achieving our vision. Okay, now DSN, we have been a leader in artificial intelligence knowledge democratization. Yes, we democratize knowledge, and that's to achieve our vision to raising a million AI talent because we want everyone everywhere to have access to this knowledge. We don't want data barrier. We don't want any barrier, so we want it to be available, and that's why we host a lot of free classes that I will still be mentioning to you in the course of this introduction. So we are represented far and wide. I do say that from the coldest part of the world to the hottest part of the world, we have a DSN community member there. And so you can also check out with this link on my screen. My colleagues will also be dropping the link in case you want to join a community that's very close to you. With that link, you know the community that we have, and then how you can contact the ambassador for that community. So we released the first artificial intelligence Python book for elementary students. Why did we do this? Because we know that the earlier the better. We need to catch them young, and that's why we have a community dedicated to kids and teens. And to reinforce this community, we have the beginners artificial intelligence and Python programming language textbook for them. And we also have different programs for kids. As you can see on my screen, this is a program that we did for NIDO to train kids. And this is another one where we educated some kids, in some secondary school. So this is our community for kids. And we also have the ladies community. At DSN, we are inclusive, and then we have a community dedicated to the ladies. I want the ladies in the house to drop their favorite emoji. Those on site to celebrate themselves because they are awesome, and we are dedicating the whole community to this awesome creature, the ladies in AI. So we want you to be to celebrate yourself. We don't want any bias. Okay, good. So On our Ladies in AI, we have a lot of programs that we created and we run for our Ladies in AI community. One of it is the design thinking section by Aska Alta from Stanford University, USA. She facilitated a masterclass for the ladies in AI community on design thinking for machine learning. Also, we have a lot of other programs that for our ladies in AI, and one of it is the Arewa Ladies for Tech. Yeah, this is a program that we are currently running, and then the second cohort now. My colleagues will be dropping the link to join the cohort on the chat in case you are in Kaduna and you want to be part of this program. My colleagues will be dropping it. This is also a gender-centric, focused on female program for our ladies in here that we are currently running at Kaduna. Okay, so this is our team visiting the Honorable Minister for Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy on this program that is focused on ladies, that's the Arewa Ladies for Tech program. Because you can see, these are some of the images. To my right hand, you can see them learning at different centers. 4 centers are in Kaduna, physical centers in Kaduna. So please, if you are in Kaduna State, or you have someone in Kaduna that you want to be in this data ecosystem, please kindly share the link with the person to join this training. Is very, very important. Now, also to foster learning and the democratization of knowledge, we host a yearly free AI classes in every city. We did that in collaboration with Microsoft, where we organized introductory class to data science, machine learning, and on you know, both domestically and internationally, because we also have some of our international communities hosting a similar event. So this is it. So watch out for AI in every city. Possibly after you be proficient in this art, it will be one of our tutor at your different location. Because we need to make sure that the cycle of benevolence continue. To raise a millionaire talent is not just for Bros at the HQ. We cannot do it alone. And that's why we are raising hands here. We will go to the various communities and impact life. So if you watch out for this banner, it will soon be out, so that you can enroll as a tutor or as a host at your different centers, at the different communities, and we give you necessary support to host these classes. Okay, so this is another picture from free AI classes in every city. Now, here saying we are known for research, and that is it. We stand on we are knowledge-driven organization, and then research is one of our is our focus, because without research there cannot be innovation, and innovation is one of our core value, and that is why we are always present at different artificial intelligence conferences. And one of it is what you see on my screen, that's the Deep Learning in Indaba conference, the biggest annual AI conference in Africa, in Ghana. We hosted, we are part of it, our community members. As you can see the picture on my right, these are community members that presented different papers at the conference. So we look forward to having one of you one of these days in a program like this with me, and also take a group picture. Okay, good. So this is the workshop. One of our community member and our staff presenting the paper that he did. Okay, good. So we also have a community dedicated to the Francophone countries, those Francophone countries that speak French. We don't just have this community, we also post different tutorials and training for them. And then one of the communities that we have is the DSN Maradi, that was one of our largest Francophone community that hosted a program, and it was a big one, a very big one. As you can see on my screen, these are students secondary school being introduced to data science and artificial intelligence. Okay, so this is one of also the pictures that were taken through the course of the event. Okay, so we partner because one of our strengths is that we partner with different organizations to making sure that knowledge is well democratized. And one of it is what we did with a hub at Oweri, that's Kuno Digi. Okay, Kuno Digi, we collaborated with them, partner with them to host this training, and it was an awesome one. It was an awesome one where keys, things, of all grades and level were introduced to data science, artificial intelligence, Power BI, and skills relevant to their interest. Now, we also have another community that is dedicated to educators because we know that when you teach a teacher, you have actually taught a lot of people. And that is why we dedicated a community to teachers. We call them the AI enabled teacher. One of the events and the training we hosted for them last year was the 8-week masterclass on generative AI for educators. Imagine your teacher coming to class and using ChatGPT and other LLMs to create content. It makes it easy and make it personalized. That is what we want. We want an AI generation where everything is done effectively and well optimized. So these are banners, and these are one of those, the images that the teachers, the participants generated. They are beautiful, right? Look at this prompt, generate different simple farm tools for crop farming. Imagine if you don't have it, maybe the school does not have this farm tool. AI can just generate it, and then it helps learning, and then it helps them to learn. It helps the students to learn very fast. So Nido also trained in a partnership with us, trained 200 youths with job readiness here in Jos Plateau State. So these are just what we are doing to making sure that AI and data science is well democratized. So DSN introduced the Telegram app, providing a platform for community members to engage in one-on-one knowledge exchange section with tutors. So our Telegram app is a big one for us. And then our Telegram group is, we have over 10,000 plus. Okay. And we host this section to make sure that there is an engagement and knowledge is being passed from within the community. So we also have our fully funded AI bootcamp. Well, I'm very sure that a lot of us will love to be part of this bootcamp. You cannot afford to miss it. Where over 30 expatriates from the world will be coming to Nigeria to teach and to train us in data science, artificial intelligence, in different areas of artificial intelligence. I'm very sure that after this learning, you will be able to compete, so that you can be one of the best, can be part of the best that will be participating at the DSN AI Bootcamp. So these are images from the AI Bootcamp, and then these are awards, the Mr. Goidi, Mr. Goidi, one. So DSN, we have shown a lot of global impacts, and we have received a lot of recommendations and recognition. One of it is the Excellence Award that we got from the Art of Technology Lagos 5.0. So we got the Excellence Award in the AI and MA category. Please, if you are excited, let me see your fire emoji in the chat. And those on site, you can just give a clap. You can just give an applaud to DSM for this great feat. But this that we are doing, we won the AI and ML category Excellence Award. Also, our publication have been referenced more than 40,500. Academia.edu, recognized us that our paper has been cited, mentioned more than 4,500 times. And our DSN always secure the best poster award. And then last year was the third time in a row that we were getting that from the Indaba X Nigeria event, the one held at Thomas Adeobi University, Ilorin. Now, we also had our first Geospatial AI workshop at Deep Learning in Indaba conference. That's our startup, our AI startup, that's DSN AI, hosted the first Geospatial AI workshop at Deep Learning in Indaba conference. So we also hosted Digital Explorer Lithuania team to support internship placement for our community, the google.org, that's the Arewa Leaders for Tech beneficiary. So these are one of the benefits to becoming a community member, a DSN community member. We also have a community of responsible AI practitioners. Now we did this when we organized a workshop on responsible AI, because it's not just about uh, no, creating solution is about creating responsible solution, because machine cannot be held responsible for their irresponsibility. So we need to put, check and balances, oversight, and that's what we did with our community, our responsible AI community. And this is also one of the Geospatial AI workshop that we had at in 3 countries, Senegal, Kenya, and Nigeria. So we have a lot and a lot. These are products that we built. They prescribe right, macro tutor, spot on, and this is a dashboard. It's still loading to load later on financial inclusion. On financial inclusion, we also have a product that simplifies our organization map, understand and plan the data development roadmap, and that's our data fluency solution. If you want to use it, you can always get in touch with us. So we have a dedicated AI research lab at Java here. Okay, so we can see those on site, they already have the fee, and I'm very sure they are going to take a lot of pictures and posts on their social media and that's testify to the ambience that we have. So you can come, you can use our training room, and to just use the training room, you just need to talk to the admin. The link to do that will also be dropped on the chat. So we have classrooms, and it's very important to abide with this classroom. For those online and even those all sides, we are required to maintain utmost respect for one another. We won't tolerate any form of harassment. Those online, those on sites, in case of fire, kindly use the fire exit, and that should be done in an orderly manner. Attendance at live session is compulsory, very, very compulsory. It's very, don't forget that 80% is the requirement for you to be part of the next stage, because there's going to be another stage after this. Okay, where you're going to be, deep diving into more areas. Okay, good. So I want to say thank you very much, and then I would like to introduce our speaker, the facilitator for this section. Okay, and then if no other person, then Flora Ladipupo. Flora Ladipupo is an expert, and she's hands-on in machine learning, data visualization, data analysis, and she has done a lot of projects. I would like you to please celebrate Flora as she comes on stage. Hey, thank you very much. Just online, please, with the fire emoji, I want to celebrate Flora as she feed us from our wealth of knowledge. Thank you very much. Over to you, Flora.
Keep online, can you hear me? Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, loud and clear.
Yes.
Yes.
So we'll be starting now. Like Tejmola already introduced me. My name is Flora. Um, I'm a data scientist. I make use of Python, visualization tools and the like. So I'll be taking Power BI today. We'll be starting the class of Power BI. So first of all, I'd like to know my audience. So I would like to know uh, people that are familiar with this tool already. So if you are familiar, can you just wave your hand? And people online too, you can just drop an emoji. So anybody that is familiar with Power BI, just wave your hand. Okay. So it's just one person for the on-site. Okay, so online people. Okay, I can't see you guys now, but I guess they'll hear that are familiar with it too. So the objective for this class is actually to learn Power BI for analysis and also visualization of data. So by the end of this class, you learn how to clean data using Power Query. You also learn how to build reports and dashboards, learn data modeling. You also learn how to publish your reports. So we'll be starting off today with introduction to Power BI. So before we delve in, I would like to know if everybody have Power BI installed on their system. If you don't have, just indicate you're trying to download it. Okay. So I'll take it that everybody has Power BI on their system. Okay. And for the people online, if you don't have Power BI, you can easily download it. The link will be dropped. Okay, so everybody said, okay, so Miriam, I see you said you don't have it. So, Bukumi, please, can you share the link to download Power BI? So the link will be shared so you can easily download Power BI here because it's actually going to be a hands-on class whereby you have to follow. Uh, okay, so we'll be starting off with introduction to Power BI. And I would like to first ask, does anybody know what the BI in Power BI stands for? Online, offline? Yes. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, let me see for the online people. Yes, you guys are correct. So BI is not be intelligent, it is business intelligence. So thank you, thank you. Okay, so um for the people that don't have Power BI, actually, one of the Power BI is actually an heavy application. So you need at least 4 gig RAM. Or if you even have more than 4 gig RAM memory, it's actually going to be better. So it takes up quite a large number of space. So, and I'll find a way for these links to be communicated to. I think the link that we drop will also contain this. So for people that have not yet installed Power BI, because actually you need Power BI, you need to install the app on your system, and you also need to sign up for the online version of Power BI. So starting off now, what is business intelligence? So when you hear the word Power BI, the full meaning is business of the full meaning of the BI is business intelligence. You wonder what it's actually entails. So it's actually the technologies, strategies, practices, and it's usually used by enterprise organization for analysis of their business data. So some of you might be familiar with analyzing data on probably Excel or using Python. So those are actually good tools on its own. But um, those tools can be limited on the kind of visualization want to you want to showcase, you want to have for your data. So that's why there are specific visualization tools, business intelligence visualization tools. And it's not only limited to Power BI. We also have Tableau, we have Looker. So those are like the most popular ones that people use, business intelligence tool that people use. So we understand now that data is the new oil. So almost every organization, they want to look into their data. They want to get insights from their data. What is my data telling me about my product, about um, uh, our sales, about what we are doing in this organization. So it's in the past where people just get data, probably data on sales, and they don't go back to look at it. They don't go back to look for trends or patterns. So now the world is much more advanced. People have now seen the impact of going back to their data to catch trends and patterns that they can use to improve their businesses. So that's the basis on which um, business intelligence is built. So it's actually using your data, organization data, to get insights that can help you make informed decisions. So now you don't want to just make decision on which products I should sell, which products I should make based on just intuition. We know that it's better for you to do it based on, okay, is this a proven fact? Is the data showing that we should venture into this product? And business intelligence also involves you collecting your data. That's very important because without the data, there's nothing you're going to be using the tool for. So analyzing it and presenting this data. So before I got into this business intelligence data visualization thing and all, um, whenever I watch movies and I see people in office setting and I'm seeing charts, I'll be like, what are these people doing? Probably when I'm watching American movies, because it's mostly American movies that I see such. And I wonder, what are these people doing? Why are they showing bar graph and everything? But now I understand better that it's actually to make the right choice, to have deeper insight on what they're going to do. And most companies are realizing that nowadays in Nigeria, nobody wants to just make any any decision, make any change to what they are doing without a proof to back it up that okay, what we are doing is actually right. So it's a good way to support decision making. So I put out some reasons for carrying out business intelligence. And there are reasons like sales performance. You want to see which of your products is going to do well, which one is doing well, which one should we stop doing, which one should we improve, should we put out in the market. So market analysis also knowing what your customer wants, knowing what people are saying in the market, if people are now buying into this product or not buying into that product. We also have financial reporting. So you have your financial data. You want to know the profits, the what is being sold, if you are making profit or loss and all. And we also have KPI monitoring. So even in the organization, you want to know the performance of people in the office. You want to know performance of different category of things. So it's actually not limited to this. Even you as an individual, you can use this business intelligence for yourself. So for instance, you want to track your spending in a month. You can actually do that yourself. So probably you start documenting every purchase you make, how you spend your money, you have it on a sheet. You can easily bring it to this business intelligence tool like Power BI to come and analyze it to know that, okay, what have I been spending my money on? How can I do that way? You can track your spending, know how to conserve your money and all. So there are actually different use cases for business intelligence to like Power BI. So it's not limited to this alone. So moving on. So I think okay, sorry for the interruption. Um, so I want to ask, does everybody have a clear understanding of what business intelligence is all about? No question. People online. Okay. Okay. All right. So we'll move on now. So if you have your Power BI, you can open it in your system. It's going to be a hands-on teaching. So we are delving in already. So open your Power BI. Okay, so it might take some time before it opens because it's a heavy file. Can everybody see my screen? People online too. Okay. So first of all, before we delve in, so Power BI comes in three different components, and we have the Power BI desktop. So the desktop is what you have installed on your system right now, which we're told to download. Then we have the Power BI services. So the service is on, so you're not downloading anything. It's just like a website online. And we have the Power BI mobile app. So that one is for your phone. You can download Power BI on your phone. So the Power BI desktop is actually where you get to work on your data. That's where you get to build your reports, dashboard, and the like. So that's where it's done. That's where all the hard work is done. So you cannot build your reports on your phone. And you also will, can do that on the services. So the services where it's now hosted. So when you are done building it on your system, you take it to the service. So it's from service you are now able to share it probably with your colleagues or anyone you want to share it with, that you know to work you want to work with on on the report you build. So that's why you take it and do that. Then the app also, you cannot build on the app on your mobile phone. You can only view your report on the mobile phone. So probably you want to see an analysis and you don't want to use your system. You could easily open what you built on your mobile app. So those are the three main components of Power BI Power BI. So the most important ones are your desktop and the services. That's most likely what you'll be using majorly. So if you have opened your Power BI on your system, you okay, let me just walk you through the interface of Power BI. So when you open your Power BI, this is the first thing you see. And um, if you look at it, it looks like a typical Microsoft product. So everybody is always familiar with this number one part, a Microsoft product. Like you just have that same similarity with Excel, your Word document. So that's just the ribbon. So um, that's like where you see different options on what you want to do. Then in the place where you actually work on, you have three different views. So you have the report view, you have the data view, and you have the modeling view. Then um, for the number four, you see visualization. So that's where all the charts you'll be working with are. Then the field is where you have your data. So once you go to Power BI, once you start working on it, see the full scope. what I'm talking about. So now, actually starts the main. Oh, let me open my Power BI. Okay, so someone said it online is using the Power BI service. Actually, it's better you use the Power BI desktop if you want to follow through this lesson. Okay, so has everybody opened their Power BI desktop on their system? Or is anybody having issue opening it? Have you been able to download it? Okay. Okay, so everybody has it open. So when you open it, is this the interface everybody has their system? All right. So actually, when you open it, you see a sign in button. So the sign in is actually where you are supposed to sign in if you opened an account online. That's a Power BI service account. Has everybody here opened the Power BI service account online? Or it's just the desktop? Okay. So go to your browser. Go to your browser, probably your Chrome. Then just type Power BI service. The people online, can you see my screen? So just type Power BI service. You can see the prompt for sign up is already up. So Power BI service sign up. Then you see this getting started with Power BI for free. Okay, so please don't mistake it with the desktop one because the desktop one is also there. So it should be Power BI service. So wherever you see the sign up or purchase Power BI service, that's the one you should go to. So and just so has anybody be able to find the link? This is actually the link. Let me see if I can copy it and so is anybody are you able to get it? You've gotten it. Have you signed up? Okay. So is anybody having any issue signing up? Have you been able to sign up? Okay, you have it. Okay, so I think everyone is on track now. So just follow that link for the people online. If you have it before, there is no need for you to follow that again. It's for the people that don't have it. Okay, so we'll be moving on. So even if you are not able to get, you can do it later. So let's just get started. So what I was saying is knowing the interface for Power BI. So this right here is where you'll be building your reports. So this is where you'll be bringing in all the visuals you are going to be using. Then this next, can anybody see where my cursor is? So the cursor where I just clicked is a table view. That's where you're going to be seeing the data that you'll be working with. Then for the third part, it's called the model view. So if you want to do your data modeling. So for people that are familiar with SQL, it's still the same way it works, whereby you join your tables together. With time, you actually get to understand the whole interface of it. So now we'll be starting off with a sample data set. And we'll be using the data set that is provided by Power BI. So you can actually bring in data from different sources when using Power BI. Usually the most popular way people bring in their data is through Excel or CSV file, because that's actually where you collect uh, your data from. Like that's how you collect your data. So that's like one of the simplest and like the most basic form of source that people use. So Power BI is actually very vast. You can bring in your data in diverse ways. So that is not limited to only your um, Excel sheets. So if you come to this, click get data, you'll see the most common sources of data, um, sources of ways you can bring in data to your Power BI desktop. Has anybody clicked it to see? Just come to get data, then you'll see different ways you can bring in your data. So you can bring in your data through Excel, CSV, JSON formats, PDF, SharePoint, databases. So it's Microsoft is constantly working to improve the different ways in which you can. Before, some of these were not there. Now Zoe is even there. Like they're always working on bringing new ways people can bring in their data to Power BI. So, but today we'll actually be focused on using the sample data sets provided by the Power BI itself. So there's a sample data set for people that are just getting started in Power BI to see how it works. So just click your try a sample data set here. The people online, are you following? People online, can you see my screen? All right. Okay, so just click try a sample data set. Then you are going to see take a tutorial online and you see experiment on your own. So we are actually experimenting on our own. We're going to be seeing how reports are being built in Power BI. So just click load sample data. Can everybody see this on their screen? All right. People online, can you also see it? Okay. So this is actually a sample data. It's a financial data set. So we can see there are two. It has a subset. There is financial and there is sheet. You can preview any data you're bringing into Power BI. So preview means you just want to see how it looks like. So just tick the box there and you see it. So you you can see the different columns for the data. You can see segment, country, product, and the likes. So you also want to see for these sheets. So when you see the sheet too, is also similar. Like the data you're looking at, both of them are the same data. So you wonder why they are giving you two data. So something about Power BI is is everybody here familiar with Excel? Okay, okay. How about the people online? Okay, all right. So in Excel, there's something when you have your data, when you collect your data, you first of all have it in something called a range. So everybody knows the difference between range and table. If you're familiar with Excel, you know the difference between range and table. Okay, please can you? Thank you very much. Does anybody also have anything in addition to that? Okay, let me see the people online. The difference between range and table. So if you know the difference, just type it on the chat. Okay, so actually what I'm looking at here is a range and a table. So Power BI will give it to you in the two forms. So range is when you collect your data on Excel, it's just coming in how you put it. What table is you formatting your sheets, the sheet you collected it on. So formatting in the sense of, okay, you want it to be structured this way. So what's the difference between range and table is that table is well structured, just like you said, and range is not. So that's what you're looking at here. So it's preferable if you just use this one, the first one, which is called financial. Then I use that one than using the sheets. So you can see two buttons here. One is load, one is transform. But we'll not be delving into the transform. I want us to see how it is when we load in our data. So just click load. So as everybody loaded their data set, if you've loaded it, you'll be seeing this financial, this one. Can everybody see it? All right. So now I said as you move along, you understand the interface of this Power BI, how it's. So this is the data part. Any data you load into Power BI, this is where you get to see them. So if you load in multiple tables, you actually see all of them here. So for today, we'll just be working with one table, and that is this financial data. So the first thing you would like to do when you have your data is to see what kind of data you are working with. You want to see how your data looks like, because it's from there you'll be able to do any analysis you want to do. So who can tell me where to go to see your data? I mentioned it before when I was explaining the interface. Ah, okay. Okay, that is actually if you want to bring in your data. So, but for now, we've actually brought it. Now, I want to see it here to know how it looks like. Huh? Data view, yes, thank you. So that's what I was explaining when I said um, uh, there are different views on it. So this view is where you bring in your charts where you bring in visuals you want to use. But we cannot build the visuals if we don't know what our data looks like. So we'll bring it to this view. So from here, we'll be able to see what our data looks like. You can also click it on your system. Can everybody see this? Yeah. All right. So now you actually see what your data looks like, because you will not want to be going back to your Excel sheets to go and look at your data when you can actually do everything here. All right, so now we can see what our data looks like. We see that there is a segment, country, product. So as a data analyst, you know, data analysis is not just about the tools. It's also about what you want to get at the end of the day, like you understanding your data. So one thing I would like us to do as we move along in this class is not just being particular about the tool that, okay, I can use Power BI, but also we should look at what we can do even if we're not using Power BI. If we're using another visualization tool like Tableau, do you still have that thought process of how I'm going to go about analyzing my data? So that's like the most important thing, you knowing how you want to delve into your data. So if as a data analyst, you are good with your Power BI, you are good with using it, but you're not good with business intelligence in itself, then it's not, your skill is not actually like the best at that moment. So what makes you a data analyst is not just tool. It's about what you can do with it. So as a data analyst, you should be particular on, even if I'm going to other tools, even if I'm going to Tableau, I'm going to Looker, can I still work with, like, can I look at the data and know what to do when I see the data? So that's actually the most important thing to know how to do when as a data analyst, when you are faced with data. So now we are looking at these data sets. So this is a financial data set. So we actually want to analyze it, want to derive insights from it that can push the company. So we'll just assume this is a company financial data. So I want to derive insights from it that we know that we push this company forward and they'll be able to scale up. So the best thing to do, first of all, is looking at potential questions we can answer from it. So, but we'll actually not be going into that today. Like, we'll not be looking at it from that angle today, because I want us to first understand how to make use of this tool. But the right way to go about data analysis is to look at your data and think of what possible solution, what question can my data answer? So, people online, are you following? If you're following, just drop an emoji. So we go back to the reports view. Okay. So before we start the visualization, I want us to look at something. I want us to see this interface for transforming data. So anybody that is familiar with Excel will have heard of Power Query. So Power Query is actually where you do any data cleaning you want to do, Power BI. So this also, you also get used to the interface as you continue your data, as you continue your data journey on Power BI. So yeah, yeah, if you actually have a dirty data, you can actually come here, clean it up, just like you would do if you were using your Excel sheets, if you want to clean data on your Excel sheets, or if you are analyzing data using Python. Data cleaning is like is like a key thing. So something about this data set is it is actually a clean one. So like I said, it's just a practice one from Power BI themselves for people to see how Power BI works. So there's nothing to clean here. So, but before we start analyzing, before we start visualizing, I would like us to add a column called index. So, come to this. Can anybody see my cursor? Okay, just click add column. Then come to this index column. So when you come to index column, you click this arrow. Then you select from 1. What do you say? Oh, what's wrong? Okay, how did I get here? Okay, so we are here right now on the home page. Ah, I can't hear you. Okay, okay, from Power Query. All right. Okay, so we are here, right? So I said I want to show you how, if you want to clean your data on Power BI, where you come to. So you come to this transform data. You can see my cursor. So when you are the transform data, you click it. Then the Power Query editor comes up. Okay, so for the people online, attendance list is being link is being dropped. So you can fill the attendance. It's going to be dropped every 15 minutes. Okay, so people online can't actually see my screen. I'll have to share it again because it's actually a pop-up. So on the when you click the transform, when you click the transform data, this is what comes up. People online, can you see a Power Query editor on my screen? The screen won't be frozen anymore. Okay, all right. Okay, so this Power Query editor is just similar to Excel. This is where you're actually going to be doing data cleaning. So data cleaning is a concept that cuts across data analysis, no matter the tool you are using. So now you're using Tableau, Python, whatever you are using, you should always clean your data set. So this data set we're working with is actually a clean one. It has been cleaned already by Power BI, the provider. So we are not doing any data cleaning here. So the only thing I want us to do here is to add an index. So how you add an index? From here, just follow my cursor. You see this add column. Click the add column. Then you see index column. Click the drop down arrow key. Then select from 1. So did everybody see that? Okay. Is anybody having issue adding the code? Have you been able to add it? Okay. All right. So once you are done adding the column, you just come here, you click close and apply. Okay, so the people on site, you cannot see my screen. But does everybody see the close and apply button? Okay. So everybody has done that, close and apply. So once you close and apply, you'll be taken back to the original page. I'll share my screen now for the people. So yeah, this is where you actually get to do the dirty work of building your dashboard reports and visualizing it. So we'll be starting with that now. So now we already have an idea of what our data set looks like. So as a data analyst, looking at what we have here, we have the segments, we have country, we have products, then we have units sold, manufacturing price. So one thing would want to know first of all is, okay, we have a sales price here, we have our profit. What information is the company hoping to get? What exactly would they be looking at? We know that company is interested in profits. They want to see their profits that they've made. They want to see the amount of sales they've made. So you might want to go and build a visual for that. Okay, let me see the total sales the company has made. Let me see the total profit the company has made. So you come back to your report view, knowing that that's what you want to do. You come down to your data. So people online, please, hope you are following. People online. So immediately you click your close and apply, it takes you back to the initial dashboard where my screen is currently. So it takes you back there. All right. So you click this your data, you click the arrow here. So clicking the arrow, you can now see all the column names, that we have. So we want to see our sales. We want to see our sales that okay, let's start with our profits. We want to see our profits. That well, how much profit has the company made? Then how we'll do that is to take profits, we put it here, just drag and drop. So dragging and dropping means you putting your cursor on this profit, then right click on it, then drop it here in these columns. So I'm not going to be able to do this. Have you done this? Okay. Do you all know how I did it? Okay, let me start. So follow through. Just tap this profit, then right clicking. It's like your normal drag and drop on your system. Then you lift it, take it to this column box, then you drop it in. So has anybody done this? Okay. Is there anybody having issue with doing that? Okay, I should do it again. Okay, so if you are not able to do that, you can actually click this box showing beside it. So if you don't know how to drag and drop, just click the box. Once you click the box, it automatically appears there. So is there anybody having issue doing this? Have you been able to do it? Okay. You're having issue with it. You've solved it. All right. Okay. So to get the sample data we are working with, immediately you open your Power BI, you will see try sample data. just click the try sample data and click the load button. So that's for Felicia that is online. So people online, have you been able to do what I just did now? The box will automatically appear. Okay, let me do it one more time so everybody will get it. So your profits, you can see this box. Just click the box and it will automatically appear. So you can either drag and drop or you can click. So now we've clicked the box and it's now appearing. So has everybody be able to do that? Okay, if yours is showing a different visual, it's fine. It's actually fine. The most important thing is something is showing on this your report view. So that's what I want to know. So it does not necessarily have to be this. So even if it's a bar chart that is showing, no problem. But something must be showing there. And the something that must be showing there must be sum of profits. All right. So we've gotten our sum of profits that want to show the company. So now the next thing we'll do is actually to look at the visualization, the visuals. Is this a proper visual for this? Or we want something better? Because something about Power BI is that it predicts for you. It predicts. That's why some people own is showing column. So it's to just predict or give you visuals based on what it feels like should be. So it's now your duty as a data analyst to look that is this visual appropriate for what I want to show. So if it's not appropriate, we come to your visuals. So as a data analyst, that's why I said it's not just about the Power BI skills. It's also about how you can see into the data and bring out something insightful from it. So Power BI is actually not going to teach you that you should use a column, you should use a scatter plot, you should use this. It's your duty as a data science, data analyst to do research on it that which visual is best for this my data. So there's something called CAD visual in Power BI. So CAD is like the best to show single figures like this. So to get the CAD, you just come here. Can everybody see this card? So you click card. For people online, do you see where my cursor is? All right, so that's what you are using. So whether you're only showing a column or you're showing a bar chart or anything, just click card and it will change to this. Okay, so I think everybody gets that. So now we've gotten the sum of profits. So this is the total profits that has been made. So like I said, this is important information for your company. They are interested in knowing the profits they've made for the year. So you also look again that which other thing is important for us to know. So we can see this country, we can see sales. So sales is the sales that they've made. Company is actually interested in knowing that, okay, how much have we made so far? And we understand that sales is different from profits. So sales is just the amount that we've sold. That's before you remove profits. So we are interested in knowing the sales that we have, that the company has sold. So you also do the same for sales. Also click sales. Just the same way you clicked profits. So now, for some, it might show a different visual. Mine is showing a column chart. But by now, we know that a column, this makes no sense. This column chart, it does not tell you the sales that, like, it's not a good enough visual. So we are also going to be using the card. So a card visual is best used when you have a single figure you want to show. So we will also be using the card again. So we now have sales, we have profits. So I would like to ask now, which one should we do? Think of yourself as a data analyst for the company you would like to work, maybe a data analyst for Microsoft, and you have this data. You have this data set. Think of what you would like to show the company. So any suggestion, people online, offline, from this your data set, what would you like your boss to know? Huh? Okay. Okay, but I want something simpler. Gross sales. Okay, what about you? Huh? Okay, okay, all right. Okay, but I want us to do just single before we start combining things. So, does anybody have for a single? Okay, you mentioned gross sales. Let's look at gross sales. So this also too. What visual do you think is best for it? Huh? Card, all right. Okay, so I think for now we've covered the single, um, everything single. This is enough. So now let's also look at something else. So there's something I was expecting someone to also mention country. Country is an important column. The company would like to see that, okay, which country is our product being sold? So everybody should click country now. Okay. Before I click country, what does everybody think is the appropriate visual for country? What do you say? I didn't hear you. Okay. Okay. It's actually a map, not pie chart. So the thing about pie charts is that pie chart should not be used for a data that has multiple, like it has a lot of things under it. So if you have like more than um, three entities, don't use the pie chart. So the best one is still country. We want to see where these countries are located. So, and Power BI has a map that shows that. So is everybody who is showing country? If your own is not showing country, you can actually go to your visual pane and click on map. So there are two maps. Just click on this map and to bring out country. So now we can see that there are actually 5 countries this company is selling their products. We can enlarge it to see. So we can see it's located, they are selling their products in Mexico, United States, Canada, France, then Germany. So one thing you want to look at is, now that I've seen the country, how will I know um, the number, like the quantity that is being sold there, the quantity of sales that have been made there. So you might want to just count it, that okay, let me see if this country has made more number, yes, more number of sales than this other country. So we're not looking at the amount, we are just looking at the number, like how many sales has been made in each country. So I will do that by counting. So how are we going to count? We cannot count the country, like it has no number attached to it. It has no number attached to it. So we actually count the country by bringing in, by using this. There is something here called bubble size. So bubble size is a way to show that, okay, in case there is more sales made in United States, it should show a bigger bubble. In case there is more sold in Canada, it should show a bigger bubble. So, and how are we doing that? We'll bring in our index. So that's why I told us to add that index column then. So here we have to drag and drop. You drag your index into this bubble size. Has anybody been able to do this? Were you able to drag and drop it? Yes, what I'm saying that were you able to get your bubble size to freeze? Okay, you can't draw the map on yours. Let me come. You're right. Your map is not showing. Okay, I'm coming. Let me see the people online. So the people online, Blessing, you add the index in your transform data. That time we went to transform data. That's what we're going to do there. You see a hard column. So under hard column, you see index. Then you click from one. So Sorry to the people online. We're sorting out some issues here. But as everybody got into this point where they were able to check the to include their index. So now this is showing sum of index, but we are not interested in the sum of index because we don't need that. We are not adding your index. We just want to count how many sales was made. So to do that, you come to this arrow button. Can anybody see my cursor? You click the arrow button. So when you click it, you see different forms of aggregation. So we are interested in the count. So you click count. So when you click count, it actually now counts how many sales was made in each country. So when you come here, when you over on each of the bubbles, you see the counts is 140. So 140 sales was made in Canada, 140 was made in United States, 140 was made in Mexico, 140 was made in France and Germany. So that means equal sales was made in, yes. So this is just a sample data. That's why it's like this. If you are working with real life data that needs cleaning, it's like impossible to make the same number of sales in across different countries. So we are done with this now. So let us also look at another um, thing we can derive from this. So now we have dates. We have dates this sales was made. But if we're looking at dates, we're actually just using dates to know that to know for each year. For example, for each year, what profit was made. For each year, what was the sum of sales? For each year, what of the group? What is the gross sales? So with what we need for that is we're actually going to be using dates as a form of filter. It's like we're going to be using dates to be filtering on the data. So, and the best visual to actually filter for is for something like dates is um, to use a slicer. So there's something called slicer. If you're familiar with Excel, there's something called slicer in Excel. So it's actually to drill down. So drilling down is that, okay, I know the sum of profit, I know the sum of sales, but I want to know for probably this particular date, what was made. So let us use the filter. So I want to ask, how should we go about it? How should we create the slider for dates? Anybody want to do that? People online, can you hear me? So nobody wants to try it out. Okay. All right. Yes. Yeah, thank you very much. That's actually it. So anything you want to do, Power BI is just a drag and drop. You're not right saying anything that, okay, you want to get this. It's simply drag and drop. What you want to do, you drag it to your values, then you select what you want to do. So let's do that now. So this is where the slicer is. Can everybody see All right. So, so here we can see, okay, there are 2 years. We have 2013, we have 2014. So something about Power BI is that it's actually, it can help you divide it into quarters. So our date is actually made up of dates, like maybe today's date, yesterday dates, and all. So it's actually going to be hard going through every date. Like nobody wants to do that up to that level. So it's actually divided it into quarter. So something like for the first quarter of the year, how much sales was made. For the second quarter, how much sales was made. Something like that. So that's what was done here. So now we are done with this visual. So let us now look at the product itself. Okay, this product we are talking about, let us even see it. Let's see the quantity that we have. So does anybody want to tell us how to do for the product? Thank you, Samuel Adebola. So does anybody online or offline want to tell us how to go about the product to see the products? Anybody, if you are following on, everybody's looking like you're not following. Well, yes. Right. Thank you. Okay. So let's do that. So if you don't understand, please let me know. If you are having any issue, like, okay, I'm seeing somebody saying they are lost online. What's the issue? Okay, Olushola, how we slice is there is a slicer visual. Just look at the visual, see something called slicer. You click it. So that's how you slice. So now we are seeing product, but this product on its own does not make sense because we are only seeing the product. You're not seeing any information about it on the quantity. So now let's look at the let's look at the quantity, the number of products that have been sold, or the number of products itself that we even have. Let's look at it. So that means we actually are going to be counting it. And if we're counting it, this visual is already on table. We cannot use table. What we'll be needing is something like a, you want to, no, actually, we cannot use card here also. So card is for single values. But yeah, it is not a single value. Under this product, we have 6 different products. So card will not work. Yes, a bar chart will work. And that's either a bar chart or column chart. So thank you. So for it to work, that means we are going to be having a X and a Y axis. So this is where we also introduce our index. So did everybody see what I just did? Online, offline. Has everybody be able to create these bar charts? So has anybody here not created this? If you're having issue creating this, just let me know. Have you done it? Okay, you're having issue. So people online, has everybody created this column, this visual? Okay. Thank you for the people helping the other people online. It's really appreciated. So, Chinedu, thank you. Um, so everyone that is helping out online, thank you. So we've actually done this. So this is just to show like to show the number of products, like you want to have an overview of the number of products that you have. So now it is aggregated. So aggregation means maybe it has been added or subtracted. So we don't need the aggregate, just want to know the count. So you come to count and you click count. So did everybody know how I got here? So let me do it again for people that might not get it. So on this your sum of index, click this arrow, then click count. So now it is not summing up the index anymore. It is now counting it. So if you over on it, you will see how many products we have for each. We know that the highest product is this Pasejo. Yeah. And the lowest is Montana. So does everybody understand what I did now? People online, did you get what I did? Okay, so if you don't get this one, the next one we'll also still do a bar chart again. So you get it. So if you did not get how I did this bar chart, people online, watch again, we'll create another bar chart. So now let's look at what we can create, a bar chart we can create. And let us look at for segments. Let's see the number of segments we have. So segments, you also click segments. When you click segments, when you tick the box, it's bringing it out in form of table, but you don't want a table, you want a bar chart. So you come here. Can everybody see my cursor? You click it. So when you click it, it also still shows this x-axis and y-axis. So for the y-axis, it's like normal bar chart. In bar chart, there's always a y-axis and there's always a x-axis. So if you want to do a count, you would put your number, then what you are doing. So that way you get to know, okay, let me just start. Like, the normal bar chart, just like you know, do a bar chart. So you have, maybe you counted pastel like 5. You have your paper. You have maybe 5. You have maybe 3. It's the same thing you're going to do, like if you are printing a manual back and so like draw your X and your Y and label is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have your pastel maybe 5. You draw your back to maybe 5 is 10. You draw it out. So that's the same thing we are doing here. We're just counting number of products we have. So as I said, being a data analyst is not just about using the tool, the BI tool. It's about what you can do on your own, like manually. When I see a data, what can I do with it? Then you're not bringing what you can do with it manually into Power BI. So That's just simply what you are doing. So you on your own, you have to understand the insights you can derive from the data. Power BI will not tell you what to do. You are the one that should already know what you want to do and give it to Power BI. Do this for me. So now instead of manually counting and drawing bars, it's Power BI that is drawing the bars for you. But you already know that this is what I want. I want a bar chart showing the number of these products. So yeah, now we also want to do the same thing for the segments. So we bring in our index again. So we are using index as the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that we're drawing on paper. That is what this index is also representing here. So you drag the index to the x-axis. So once again, you also do the same and make it a count, not a sum. So the people online that did not understand what I did before, how I did the bar chart, do you now understand it? If you understand, reply, drop an emoji. Oh, sorry for those that couldn't hear me. I was actually trying to demonstrate it, the screen over here. That's why you couldn't hear me. All right, so that's good. Thank you. So we'll be moving on. Okay, so now I want us to actually now create our dashboard. Yes. Yeah, summing up. Okay. Can you hear me? Okay, so for the people online, someone is asking the difference between count and sum. So I'm trying to explain it. I'm explaining it manually because actually to understand this thing, you need to understand how it can be done in a manual way before you can bring it into Power BI. So we'll be using a sample of maybe of this product that we have. So we have parcel. So let's say parcel is 9. We have velo. So we'll say velo is 5. We have BTT. We'll say BTT is 3. Then, okay, let's just keep it at that. So a count in this case, we are using index to count it because index, just like your Excel sheets, is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's say we're counting up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we want to create a bar chart for it. We simply draw our normal bar charts, and on the x-axis, we label it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is a count. So we said parcel should be 9. So we have 9. We put it at 9 per cell. We said velo should be 5. We put it at 5. Then we said VTT. VTT should be 3. And we have VTT. So we'll be having a normal count of each of these products. When we are saying we are summing it up, that means you are saying you are summing up the can you hear me? Okay. That means you're saying you are summing up this index which you counted. You counted 1 to 10 index. But now that means you are saying you are summing up 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, which will not give you the actual count of each of those products. So we'll be having something like we still put our normal. Then we're now summing 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 until we get to 9. Then we'll be having something out of range, because now it's now be like the parcel is maybe 50 or something, which is not so. So if you know that manually you are counting this product, we will count it. It's different from when we did the card where we did profit and we summed it up. We cannot count profit. It does not make sense to count profit, because by the time you count the profit, it's going to give you the normal Excel sheets. Now, okay, maybe 1 to 100. That's not what we are after. We're after the sum of the profit, because the profit is a number. But here, product is not a number. The only way we can get the number of products is to count it one by one. So let me just pass these sheets around. Yeah. So I don't know. My analogy, what I just said, does it make sense on why we should count and why we should sum? Does anybody understand it? I said, does it make sense why we should count and when to sum? Like, do you understand the difference? Do you understand it? Okay, can you please explain it to others? Do you understand it? Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay, thank you very much, Ma. So, do you understand it? Okay. Does anybody, do you understand? Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes. That's the way you count it. Because like I said, in a manual setting, you want to draw your bar chart. You are introducing that number by yourself. But yeah, you also want to do the same. You introduce it because Power BI will not generate anything you don't put inside for you. So it's important. Yeah. Okay, thank you everyone online for your contribution. So that's the thing. We sum up what we know that okay, um, comes in numbers, and we know that that is a good representation for it. So product now does not come in number. The best and logical thing to do is to count your products. So moving on, time has gone. So I would just want us to go through to our visualization. So click this plus button. This plus button. Everyone online, can you see the plus button? Just click it. So what we're going to be doing is that this whole thing is looking scattered. Anybody that looks at it, they will not understand what we're trying to say. So we'll be bringing it and making our dashboard to look good and presentable. So let's start with this. First of all, let's format it into, into something that looks good. So right click on it, then click copy visual. Right click on your visual and click copy visual. Then you come to page 2. Then in page 2, you just do your normal control V. Has everybody done that? All right. So you can enlarge what you did. So now what we want to do is called formatting. So formatting is making your visual look visually appealing. So like when I was saying the definition for business intelligence, I also mentioned making good presentation. So as much as you've done your analysis will not really make sense if it looks bad, because people will not understand what you're trying to say. So you need to format it to look good. So um, the format button is this place where my cursor is, which says format your visual. People online, are you following? Okay, so what you're doing now is you click the format your visual button. Then, first of all, we want to look at the color we want to use to represent. So let's just keep it at this blue. In subsequent time, we'll do something that looks better. So let's first take out the count of index. It does not make sense because something about um um creating your visual is that it should not be too crowded. So too crowded, we already have count of index here. We already have products here. And we already have something that explains the account of index by product. So if the title already explains it, then we don't need all of this anymore. So we are going to take it out. We'll remove it. So um, in removing it, you come to this title. Does everybody know how I got here? When you click this, your format your visual, under visual, you see x-axis. So under x-axis, you click this title, you off it. So it takes away that part. You do the same for your y-axis. And you also of the title. So now it's looking a lot better. So what we want to do next is that we change our title. And to change your title, you come to this general. Then you click this arrow. Okay, so let us do count of products because nobody understands what index is. So you have to give it a good title. And good title is count of products or products count. So just change the name, products count. So we have this already. Then we also do the same to this. Copy it, then paste it in this your page too. So the same thing I did here, do it for this one also. Come to your format, your visual, turn off the title. This also, turn off the title. Then you change your title name. So change your title name. Let's do segment count. So let's also take the other ones. So basically what we'll be doing is just changing the title first of all. In other times, I'll be showing you how to create much more appealing visuals. So let's do country counts. So sometimes you might forget where to actually change it. But the thing about this is you can easily search for it one by one. Maybe you forget where the title is, you can search for it by yourself. So you can select everything also like this and Ctrl C, then Ctrl V it. So let's just get to arranging our dashboard. So you actually have to arrange your dashboard in a way that is understandable by anyone looking at it. So the skill that will matter most is more of your designer skills. It actually does not have to be like very, very, very beautiful like that. Well, the point is it must be in a way that is understandable to anyone that is looking at it. That's the thing about building dashboard. So then slides up. So this one is something that you have to play around with. This whole uh, building your dashboard. That way you get familiar with most of these keys that you can use to edit. So So for now, this is what we have. This is actually not good. Like, this is not appealing at all. But this is what we'll make do with today. So we can end the class. So there is still a lot more we can do to actually make it final. Then let me show you how you can add your title. So let's say you are building it for a company. So you want to add your title, the title of your company. Let's say um, H commercial. Let's say this is the name of your company. So you format it. So all of this thing I'm doing is just basic formatting. Now, this is what we have. This is what we are presenting to our stakeholders. Where you come, you tell them, okay, this is the product that we have, this is their number, this, that, like that. So there's something called drill down, whereby let's say we want to see only the sum of profits for 2013. That's the reason why we made these slicers. You just click 2013. You see that the value change. So that means for the year 2013, when you are presenting, say for the year 2013, we had 3.88 million profit with 26.42 million sales. So if you also want to show for 2014, you can also do the same. Then if you want to now focus on just a quarter, we can also do the same, whereby say, okay, for quarter one of 2014, this was the profits we had, this was the sales we had. So that's the point of slicers, is to actually take out a fraction of what's a fraction of what you want to show them. And slicers does not apply to only dates. We can also do slicers for our products. So let's say for this product, you want to show that this product made this sales, this profit. We can also do the same by bringing in products and selecting the slicer button for it. Then we click on the particular product we want to show up. And to also do the same thing here. So this is where we are going to be stopping today. So if you have any question, can drop it. Online, you can drop your question if you have any. Then, yeah, also, does anybody have any question? Okay. Yes. Okay, your map is not activated. Okay, that one is a settings issue. So I'll come and see you for that. So, what's your question? You control C and control V. When you click the copy visual, were you able to? Okay, so people online, do you have any question? Yeah, the recording will be shared. So, um, the assignment that we have, because every day there's going to be an assignment. That's going to be part of the assessment to unlock everything DSNR for you. So the assignments that you have now is to still work with these data sets. Now think of problems that you feel like the companies will like to see. That as the owner of the company, what will I like to see from this my data sets? And try to visualize it just like this. So when you visualize it, you are going to format it. Now this is actually plain, like it's a very plain, not looking very, very appealing, like as how it should be. Play with all this formatting here, this format your visual. Try to create as much a better view of your dashboard. So just play around with everything. So tomorrow we are going to see how you guys did. So still using the same data set, look for things that you can analyze from this data, then create an appealing dashboard on it. So does everybody understand the assignments? No, I said that you work with this same data set. So you will look for things you can analyze from it. You look at what you think a prospective boss will like to see. Yes. So you visualize it. Then when you visualize it, look for make your visual very appealing. So play with this format, this format your visual, where my cursor is, play with it and try to make it visually appealing. So we'll see tomorrow. So people online, do you understand? The data set is on your Power BI. It's a sample data set. Once you open your Power BI, you see load sample data set. Olushola, do you understand the assignment now? So it does not, you don't have to do the exact thing we did today. Just on your own, do something different. And you can feel free to go online, check for insightful questions you can ask that you know that a boss would like to hear. Okay, so for the people online, it's not magic on how to paste your visual. Just click your visual, Control C it, then you Control V where you want to paste it, and you see it appear there. And if you can't Control C, you can just click it. When you click your visual, like just look at my screen. When you click your visual like this, right click on it, you see copy. Then you click copy visual. When you copy visual, you come to the page you want to paste it. Then right click again and click paste. Okay, putting the circles on the map. Just watch my screen. Now I'm on the map itself. So you come here. You come here, then you click this you come to bubble size. Let me see the person that asked. Emmanuel Olasupo. Can you hear me? So I'm explaining how to put the circles on the map. So when you click on the circles, you already put your location here. Then you see bubble size. You just scroll, you see bubble size. So in bubble size, you take your index and you put it inside your bubble size. So when you do that, you click this arrow and you click count. So that way is the size of the bubble is going to show according to the number, the count of what you just did. So do you understand now Emmanuel. All right. So, Onoyemi, let me explain the assignment again. I said the assignment is that you still work with this data set and you look for things you insights you can get from this data set. Things that you think your boss would like to see if you were a data analyst in a company and you visualize it here. So when you visualize it, play around with this formatting and make it appealing. The data set is already in your Power BI. Let me show you for those people that don't. So again, everybody here, you have to save your work. So don't just shut down your system. Make sure it's saved. So click files, you see save. So you can save it to any location you want it to be. Then give it a name. Uh, let's say financial analysis. So make sure you save your work so you don't lose it. So for those that did not know how I got the question, I got the data set. So once you open your Power BI, let me close my Power BI. So I'm explaining to those that do not know how I got the data set. So once you open your Power BI, this is what you first see. So you cancel this. Then you see try a sample data set. Are you following? Okay. It's for the people that did not get it. Olaide, Olaide, I'm explaining how you get your data set. So you see try a sample data set. You click it. Then you load sample data sets. So when you do that, you select this financial and click the load button. So that's how you get your data sets. So is there any other question? Okay, Chinedu. Yes, so you create your index so that you can count. If you want to count things, you have to create your index. The index you use as the number to count. So in determining what goes to X or Y axis it can actually be interchanged. So depending on how you want it to look. So to create the index, you can watch it again on the recording. So I think we've come to the end of today's class. Thank you everyone for joining online, offline. I hope to see you all. Okay. Okay, so what we'll be doing tomorrow is data modeling. Then let me see if I can share my Power BI slide. Okay, so
Champions, stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions.
Congratulations, DSN, on winning the AI ML Excellence Awards and the AOT 5.0 Awards. We all want to say congratulations!
For the champions, stand up. Here we go.
Congratulations!
Congratulations, DSN.
It's just life that
Congratulations, DSN.
have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up.
Congratulations,
Champion, stand up. Stand up.
It's a pleasure to host this session, which is the Microsoft Responsible AI Dashboard session, focused on awareness to drive inclusion, accountability, fairness, and responsiveness of AI models.
My expectation for this workshop basically is to learn, some of the best practices as regards, the AI system.
How to use AI, that's artificial intelligence, to strategize into what I do, which is data science.
If you're trying to deploy a system across, let's say, different geographies, then you don't just want to rely on historic data for a particular geography.
AI is now in our faces. It's something that we now use daily. So it means that even as a user, you have to be responsible.
I'm trying to start this my new journey with DSN. I'm hoping that I start on a very great level.
How you use AI also matters. Are you using the AI for what it's meant to be used for?